Welcome to the Crochet Crowd. I'm your host, Mikey. Today we're going to learn something new. I'm always up for learning something new, and this came in as a video suggestion. And this here is a pattern by Moogly on yarnspirations.com. See the pattern link information in the video description. And this was using the former discontinued Chic Sheep by Marley Bird. This pattern is a little bit more complex than I expected it to be. In fact, I actually had to run several samples of it, so I finally clued in what I was doing. You know, an old dog can learn new tricks. Well, at least that's what they say. So it does cycle through a rainbow coloring that was available in Chic Sheep. If you have spare yarn, you may be able to enjoy this just as much. And also, I think this could actually be really good with the Red Heart Biddy stripes as well. You don't necessarily have to end the yarns every time. You can just improvise and do anything like you want to do, and we can talk about that as well. And I don't necessarily like the tail ends hanging out. I feel like it's not my jam, but if you want to do the fringing, you can do so. I'm not really going to teach that today. I feel like a lot of people complain about stuff like this with the washing machine, but that's your creativity, your call. I'm not the yarn police. And so you're going to find a crochet diagram that's available to you, and it just cycles through the pattern. And what you need to really pay attention to is that when we go through, so we're going to come across our first row, and we have to come back here to the first thing and do this one. And so the white that you're seeing is being carried up every time we're moving it, but the other color is being added and then taken off, and then added, taken off, and etc. So you have to decide what works for you. And there is a slight border on this thing to hide in the yarn that's being carried up for the white. I think what makes this an amazing looking blanket is the white. It's separating the color transition. So even if you don't want to do a rainbow and do something else, you can do so. Just choose a color that makes sense. Using today a 5mm size H crochet hook, and then what I'd recommend, because this yarn is discontinued, just use a yarn that just makes sense and look at the ball band and get the suggestion, and then probably just go from there. Let's begin now. So I have a couple choices you can do. And I'm just using Red Heart Super Saver on camera today. And you can either chain 177 or do the multiples of 7 plus 2. So I'm going to do a multiple because I just need to show you a swatch. So either chain 177 or the multiples. So if you're doing the multiples like I am, just chain 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And if you are not happy with the width of it, or you want to keep on going, just do another 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I'll do it again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Once you're happy with the width, just add 2 more chain, and then you'll have the balance to be able to complete row number 1, and we'll do that next. Let's get our setup row done, and this is row number 1. You're going to go second chain from the hook, and you are going to go second chain for a single crochet, chain 1, and you're going to immediately go to the next single crochet. This is kind of unusual, but let's just go with it, right? So let's do our repeat pattern going all the way across your chain. You are going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and you're going to skip 4 on here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Single crochet the next. Chain 2. You are going to skip 1 chain and go to the second one over and single crochet in. That's your repeat pattern going across. So we'll cover it again. So you're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you are going to skip 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, single crochet the next, chain 2, skip the next chain, single crochet the next. So I need you to do this all the way across, and for those that are ready to finish your row, we're going to start that next. To do that, you got just a few more left, so you're going to chain 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4, skip 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4, go to the 5th, it's the second one before the end, so single crochet, chain 1, and you're just going to single crochet in the very last one. At the end of your row, you're going to pull up a loop. We're not going to get rid of this color. We're going to always keep this as a stable color unless you change your mind. Your creativity is your own. And what we need to do is start row number 2, but back over here, not here, which is unusual. And we're going to begin that next. You are going to have to weave in this yarn, so it does recommend leaving a little bit of a longer tail so that you can use your tapestry needle, and I'll show that later. So you're going to come back to where this is. So what happens is that this color goes first, the main color, and then the secondary color chases it. So when we turn around and we do it on the other side, this one will go first, and then the next color will chase that color. So just remember, that's the way that I had to recall it for myself. So you're going to come into the first single crochet at the top. And I want you, for row number 2, to join it with a standing single crochet. So just insert in, pull through a loop, and then pull through 2. That's a standing single crochet. So that's not a slip stitch and then chain 1 and then single crochet. That's a standing one. It looks better to my point of view. So every time you're doing these shell work, it's really quite simple. See this chain 4? You were going to apply 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet all into the space. So let's just do it. So 3 double crochet. So we have 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to chain 1 and then 3 more double crochet into that space. And 3. Okay, so when we have that done, we are just going to go to this chain 2 space right here and single crochet, and that will hold that down flat. So the next chain 4 space is exactly what you just did. So it's going to be 3 double crochet to start. So we have 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1, and then 3 double crochet. Okay, and then you're going to reach over to the chain 2 space and single crochet, and I need you to repeat that all the way for row number 2, and then I'll show you how to finish this row. To finish this row, you're going to have 1 big space left over, so you're going to apply the same thing, so 3 double crochet, chain 1, and then 3 double crochet. You're not quite done yet, just bear with me for a second. And the last one, see where this is coming out of? It's right there. And you're going to single crochet right into that, where that's coming out of. And what I need you to do at this point is to cut this yarn. We're not going to carry it on, okay? And you want to do it so that it's long enough to get into a tapestry needle. And you're going to take this yarn and just pull it through this loop to lock it so it will not frog itself. It will not rip out. So what we've done now is we went across with the gray and then we chased it with this color, and now we can turn it around for row number 3. And this is where we're going to start next. So row number 3, we're going to put this loop back onto the hook. We're going to chain 1, and we need to slip stitch in the top of this single crochet right here to hold that in a position. And we're going to start beneficially, and we're going to chain 6, which will count as a treble and a chain 2 space. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we're going to do a treble cluster into the same one where this is coming out of. To do that, you're going to wrap the hook twice. Going into the same one at the beginning, yarn over, pull through. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and then hold it. Don't finish that stitch. You want to do 1 more of those. So you're going to wrap the hook twice, and in the same stitch where this is coming out of, you're going to go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And once you see the 3 loops here, you're going to see the chain and the 2 posts, pull through all 3. And this is what is called as a treble cluster. You are going to now chain 2, and it's going to feel weird, but it'll make sense in the next row, is that you're going to reach all the way over to this single crochet right here. And you're going to do another treble cluster there. So wrap the hook twice and just reach. Pull through 2, pull through 2, and hold it. Don't finish that stitch. Do it again. So wrap twice and in, pull through 2, and pull through 2. See the 3? You got the starting one and then the 2 posts here. Pull through all 3. That's your treble cluster. And you need to create this spanning shape so that we can get another shell in this in the future. And to do that, you're going to chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Do another cluster right here. So wrapping twice, pull through 2, pull through 2, and do it again. So wrap twice and in, pull through 2 and 2. The starting one and the 2 posts, pull through all 3, there's another cluster. You're going to chain 2 and reach on all over to the next single crochet, and you're going to do this all the way across. Place in another treble cluster. It's these treble clusters that give it the texture lift. Chain 4, another cluster into the same stitch. So it's like a V stitch but with clusters. Pull through all 3, and you're getting ready for the end. So if you're not ready, just pause me, and for those that are ready, just carry on with me. So you're going to chain 2 after this, and in the very first stitch you're going to apply a cluster. Okay, and pull through all 3, chain 2, and then another treble only in the last stitch. So it's the same stitch. And at the end of this, you want to keep this as the main color. So you're going to pull up a loop, hold it, and you're going to grab your next color, start here, and chase this to the spot. And we'll do that next in row number 4. Row number 4, so we're going to start back here and chase it to this loop. We need to do what is called as a standing double crochet. It says join with a double crochet. That means it's a standing version. So put the yarn that you're going to use the color with onto the hook with a slip knot and position this in your hands. To do this one, you're going to go to the 4th chain up. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Before you insert, you need to wrap this hook 1 time. But if you wrap, it's going to unspin itself. So what you need to do is pinch and wrap so it does not unspin, and going into the 4th chain. We have videos for standing stitches like this. Once it's in, it's considered wrapped. Yarn over, pull through. Okay, don't let that unspin, and yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And that's a standing double crochet. And what the difference is see where the tail is. Normally, if you were to join it here, the tail would be down, but it's up here, which is what we're looking for. In the chain 2 space that's here, okay, so remember that the chain 4 was a treble, the chain 2 space is right here. You're going to apply 3 double crochets right into the space. So the first one is going right into the chain that we did the standing with to hold this position, and then the other 3 here is going right into the space. So it gives you a total count of 4 double crochets. Now, you are going to place in a single crochet like you did here, but what we need to do is come in between the groups. Remember that chain 1 space we applied? We're going to insert our hook right directly in that space, but we're going to sandwich down the top and allow the yarn to go right up over top of that space that we created up here. And you pull through and pull through 2. And what this is doing is it's holding down the trebles now using this. So in the next chain 4 space, it's going to be a regular shell work. So it'll be 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet, and we'll do that. So we have 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1, because we're going to use that to hold this stitch in place in the future. And then you're going to come in and you're going to put in 3 more double crochet. So we still need to put in a single crochet into the next one, but it has to go down in between the grouping, the chain 1 space here, and sandwich that other layer on top with it and go right up over top and single crochet them both into position. Okay, so then you start another one, so it's 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet. And then if you're ready to continue along, just do it on your own. And if you're ready for the ending, I'm going to cover that next. So for those that are sticking around with me, you're going to single crochet down here and sandwich the 2 layers together with a single crochet. And in the chain 2 space right here, there's only going to be 3 double crochet first. So we have 1, 2, and 3. And in the last stitch that you see this coming out of, it's going to be a double crochet right into the top where this is coming out of. And then that's it for that color. And you're going to pull up a loop. So cut it and pull up a loop. So what I do is that I just wrap it and pull through to lock it. So now that we've gone across and chased the gray across, we're now able to turn our work and begin another row, and we're moving on to row number 5. There is a repeat pattern that we'll talk about in a bit. So just pull this back to the loop and let's begin row number 5. Row number 5, we need to be up here, so we're down here. So we need to earn our way up there. And how we do that is that we chain 2 and then we slip stitch in top of here. And that will hold that position. You're going to chain 1 and single crochet into that same stitch. And that's your starting point then for row number 5. You were going to chain 1 and then do these clusters just like you see it right here. So right in this single crochet right here, start with the treble cluster. And then you're going to chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and a treble cluster again in the same spot. Okay, so in order to reach over, you need to chain 2, which then becomes the bridge that the next row is going to sandwich that bridge to this chain 1 spot right here. So come right to this single crochet right here and do another treble cluster V-stitch. It could be called a V-stitch. So cluster, chain 4, and a V and a cluster again. Chain 2 and jump right over. So just continue that same process going across, and then if you're ready to finish, I will show you how to finish in just a second. So for those that are sticking with me to finish, you're just going to do another cluster right here. Treble cluster, chain 4, and another treble cluster in, chain only 1, and then single crochet into the top of this standing double crochet from the row below. It's the very last stitch. So single crochet, pull up a loop, And because you've now just gone across with the main color, you need to go back then for row number 6, and you need to chase that with another color if you prefer. Before I go too far, I just want to make a mention. So we started here and we came across. So if you wanted to keep this color, you could have pulled up a loop and then started this color again right here, because we're basically chasing these stitches. So if you want to do that and you want to keep this colors, whatever we're doing going up, it's going to get covered by the border anyway. So in this case, I would have chained 1 on the last one and then start the next set of instruction going across in order to start that. So I'm going to officially do row number 6 with a brand new color. So row number 6, we're got a new color here, and we are going to come in, and you are going to do a standing single crochet to the other single crochet that's right here. It's on the end. So with it already on the hook, yarn over, pull through, and then pull through the 2, and that's a standing single crochet. So now you're going to reach over to this chain 4 space and apply these shells. So I want to tell you that you're looking at the right side of the shell work. This is the wrong side. So whatever the row is 2 colors below, so 1 and 2, it should look the same as 2 rows below, not the same as this. If it looks the same as the row below, it means that you didn't turn your work. I know, just shut up and teach. Okay, so we got 3 double crochet into this chain 4 space, chain 1 and 3 double crochet into the same spot. So you have to apply a single crochet to hold this down, and so you're going to come into the color below, so skip the bridge and coming down and sandwich the bridge or the chain 2 space with it and single crochet, and it will hold it together. Come into your next chain 4 space, 3 double crochet, so we have 1, 2, 3, chain 1, and then 3 double crochet in. And then single crochet to hold down, so come down here, in, put the chain 2 with it to sandwich it in, single crochet that, and you're going to do that all the way across. If you're ready to see the ending, I'm about to do that. So if you've got your last one here, it's your regular shell work, so it's 3 double crochet to start. Chain 1 and 3 double crochet. And then you're going to reach over and single crochet into the top of this one where the loop is pulling out of. And then that's the end of that color. So we're going to talk about the repeat pattern, and then I'm going to show you the last row, and then I'm going to show you how to do a border on this. Okay, so to start the next row, obviously you've chased them out, so you're going to just turn your work, do row number 7, and you can look at the pattern, just cycle through the colors if you would like to, or just come up with your own variation. So I'm going to have you repeat the pattern, rows number 3, 4, 5, and 6. We use video chapters in the video description as well as the pinned comment. You can see the time marker to go back to row number 3 to start again, and it's the matter of repeating the 4 rows. The very last row should be a row 4 though. So when you're cycling through 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, when you're ready for the final border, it has to be the end of a row 4. So what I'm going to do is repeat off camera rows 3 and 4 to get me to that level to show you how to finish this off at the end. So repeat rows number 3, 4, 5, 6 until you're happy, and then repeat then just 3 and 4, and I'll see you at the border in a moment. So I'm now ready for the final edge. This is row number 4. Okay, so it has to look like this. You have to have a portion of the shell on the side here, and that was row number 4. So you can see that this pattern is double-sided at this time. So what we need to do is at the end of row number 4, we're going to turn our work, and we're going to drag the good color, the main color, to the final last section here, and start then the final. To do that, we are going to chain a total of 2, slip stitch to the top of the first double crochet, chain 1, and single crochet into the same stitch. Now reach over to the single crochet and you're only going to apply a treble there. And then a chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And in the same one right there, another treble. You are going to then single crochet into the chain 1 spot right here. So you don't go 2 below because there's nothing to go below on. Okay, and so you're going to do that across. So just reach over to here, put in a treble. So we have 1 treble, chain 4, and 1 treble. And then single into the chain 1 spot. So keep on doing that across to finish. And if you're ready for the finishing, I'm going to show you that next. And to do that, you're just going to treble into the single crochet. Just like that. Chain 4. And then treble into the same spot. Okay, and then you're going to single crochet the top of the last, double crochet in the end. Okay, and so you're going to continue to do that all the way, and we are going to then, at the end, we're going to then just cut that yarn off, and then we'll restart with a fresh border next. So at any time you can weave in your ends, and I will demonstrate that at the end of the project. So what we need to do is turn this to the right side. And how I know what side is the right side is based on this right here, the starting tail. The starting tail should be over here. Because rows number 1 and 2 were considered the wrong side, so I should be looking at the wrong side of those stitches here on row number, I can really see it in row number 2. See how it's more sunken in here? This is a right side, this is the wrong side. Can you see the difference? And so this is the right side, and this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to circle this whole thing with the color of my choosing, and I'm just going to use the gray just because I still have it on the desk. Let's begin that next. With the right side facing up, we're going to join it, and in the top row only, row number 113, or the last row, we are just going to join it to a corner, to the first. So do a standing single crochet. Now it says that we're going to apply 1 single crochet in each of the stitches. So the treble has 1 single crochet, and then each of the chain 4s has that. So you're going to want to use probably the chain work itself to hold it stable. So there's 4 chains, so just go right into the chain work itself, don't go into a space. And then you got your treble. And then your single, and then your treble. So it's basically 1 single crochet in each of the stitches across. So then you got the chain 4 space, so go right into those chains itself. Okay, and then you got your treble, your single, and your treble, just 1 into each. So I need you to do this all the way across your row. And then we're going to turn and go down the sides. Okay, so I got the treble, and then a single is your last one. So what you need to do is just turn your work and chain 1, and just carefully go down. Now if you are going to use the fringe, then move the fringe to the right side of the project. But if you're not, just leave it out of the way and you can weave that in later. So you're going to come equally down the sides. Okay, so when you do this, you're going to half double crochet down the sides. Okay, so what I'm recommending to you is to keep the look consistent. We are going to stay within the sides of the chain work itself. So half double crochet down. So it's just a matter of equally spacing, and how I determine that, somebody actually asked me at the coffee shop the other day. See the distance of the stitch work? I want to match the distance of the top to look the same, and therefore it will not buckle. So the trick to something like this is to make sure you use the chain work itself and just roughly space it out. So if it starts to ruffle up on you, it means that you're going too slow in the jump, and if it's starting to buckle, it means that you're jumping too far in advance. So the woman at the coffee shop was having it that she was buckling because she was just speeding the process. So you're going to work all the way down to the bottom foundation. So you can let me know in the comments whether you like fringe or not. I'm not a fan of it. I like the look of it, but I don't like doing it, and I don't like washing it. So that's a personal preference for me. Okay, so you're going to come into your very last one, and then you chain one, and then along the foundation that you started with, you are going to half double crochet into each stitch. So after you've chained one to turn, you were just going to do a half double crochet into each stitch and to each chain. So don't go into the space, but right into the chain work itself. So then what I'm going to tell you to do is once you get here, just chain one, half double crochet equally up the side, and meet me at the very beginning of where we started the rotation. And I'll be right back in a moment. When you get back around, you were just going to chain one and slip stitch to the beginning single crochet in which you started. Okay, so now you've just safely gone around, and then we're going to do the last row together. So we've already established our stitches, and now it's just a matter of following the pattern around. To do the last round, you're going to chain one, and in the same one that you did the join with, we're going to apply a single crochet and a double crochet into the same stitch. Skip the next stitch and do the same thing. So single crochet and double crochet. Okay, skip the next stitch, single crochet and double crochet. So when you get to a corner, it won't matter. You're just going to follow it all the way around. So just follow around. Even in the chain one space, just use that as a stitch as normal. So if you have to jump that one, then jump it. If not, then use it. So a single and a double into the same stitches. I'll see you at the end of the round in a moment. So I'm coming all the way around, just repeating the pattern, single and double every other stitch. This is the last one. And I'm just going to reach over and slip stitch to the first single. So I kind of like it without the fringe, but that's just my own bias. I'm going to show you how to weave in the ends next, and you can do that if you want to, and well, you probably should anyway, and I'll be right back. If you weave it in with the crochet hook, it will come out. And so we want to focus on the back of it. So if we know that this is the right side, let's turn it over and we can expose all of our strands on the back side, and I'll show you how to weave those in. To weave in, I would keep the color with the color instead of weaving it through a different color, so you won't see it. This is the back of the project, so let's keep this as the back. And so I'm going to just drag it through. Now, when you come in here, you're going to want to not just go between the plies, or the strands, break up the plies as well. Okay, just break them up, and it'll get stuck even better. So pull through, but don't change the shape. Slightly different path. I would even go through this strand that you just drag through, just to hold that also as extra security. And then the third time is the charm. And you're going to want to do that with all of your loose ends. They just take a few minutes to do. You can safely cut it down, and therefore it'll be well hidden right there. So you'll want to do that with all of your loose ends, but this is a really kind of a neat pattern to be able to play with, and it was a great suggestion by a viewer here on the Crochet Crab. We hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you again next time.